Oh my god, there's like so much. Ugh. Just great. Okay, now I just wasted like 10 seconds of whatever. Today we have a juicy one for you. I am Talvi. Last name Talvi. Talvi. No, Fox. Talvi Fox. I do have the biggest army. But yeah. I do have the biggest army. I'm rotating, moving units to cities. Now it isn't because I have more tanks. Interestingly enough, I already have one to root. I have the same amount of tanks as everyone else. I just have more infantry. I feel like blue. Either way, pink on this map is screwed. If when I mean that, I mean it because if both attack red, purple could get this city, blue could easily grab these two and grab that one, even if pink got it, you know, not safe. And if red and pink attacked blue, red immediately gets all three of those cities, and pink gets only that city. At least you got the river line going for you, but still, yeah, the numbers. Oh. And then if some weird reason, if both, I don't know, I think the major target, blue and red's major targets are each other, but then purple's major target is most likely, I mean, most people think it's red. Like, most people go for red. Trust me, it's not a wise idea. Very unintelligent. Actually, I mean, I guess if purple could, like, just force troops over here, but now they're at a disadvantage of bridge and river and all that. Oh, I got a cough. Water, I need water. I'm starting my assault on blue, by the way, because he irritated me by attacking me with his tank. I'm playing defensive and I'm playing offensive at the same time. Not gonna lie, when I saw that name, it reminded me of someone, like, just Fork. There's someone I always called Fork. I just always called them Fork. I believe what I've noticed, at least, is when these things land, it'll leave, like, a permanent little, territory area. It's pretty interesting, because I mean, I always thought it was a glitch or something, but, you know, I have now took it as a, interest. Let's get rid of let's just get rid of them. Should I keep or should I get rid? Keep, get rid. I don't know, the heart stuff and all that probably is annoying. I just I normally have the flags off. Okay. I pressed every button apart from the actual flag. No, I mean, I'm just gonna keep it like this. No. As you can see, my assault on blue, I've managed to deal a relatively even amount of casualties. And now here we are. What people do not know is, one reason why you don't want to do this is, one, they lose units over time, and two, they do significantly less damage compared to like a normal infantry unit. I do get encirclement on that for quite some time, and then I'm free-point maneuver it. He does retreat back, blue's on sterile mate with me. And what's funny is I somehow have the same amount of casualties as blue while fighting purple. Obviously we're losing units, but not a significant amount. I don't think that morale isn't going to help him either way. not good at this current moment. So I'm keeping a unit. I did keep a unit there for a bit, but I just got rid of it. Just, you know, kill that unit as fast as possible. Blue's doing something weird. Now, I'm moving units away from here because I'm doubting he would actually push up here. The problem is they only have they have barely anything against each other, and then there's me. I don't have to worry much about units over here, just because, you know, I don't. But then like blue. He has around 180,000, 160,000 units over here, while his other 40 to 50s right here. 60, okay. 70, 80. Okay, well, I'm moving my tanks up, you know, just because, as we can see, I'm doing wonderful, by the way. Surprisingly enough, I suppose that's what happens when you get beaten up by the best player in War of Dots. I guess. I do move over units because I see that I do not notice that he literally moves his entire heavy tank. I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't really call these tanks, just because, you know, tanks have less manpower than infantry. They have armor, but it normally gives them resistance, damage resistance and all that. That's like 20,000, so I'll probably call that like a heavy armored infantry division. I mean, supposedly it's 2 infantry divisions combined. A heavy infantry division. Yeah, okay, a heavy infantry. It's just a bigger infantry division. I don't know what you call it. We have we have normal infantry divisions and heavy, big infantry divisions. Slower because, yeah, I mean, fair enough, slower because, you know, more troops. I do get that one, but unfortunately, I do not get that one. And that's because I'm now focused on 2 fronts. I did cut that one off. I mean, I tried to. Did not work, unfortunately. Apart from that, I managed to kill way more of everyone else. He does push all this up. Obviously, I think I would have had a better reaction to it, / would have noticed he was trying this if I wasn't focused, you know, on purple. So this is all depleting now. Now my gaze is locked in over here. Not much I can do. I do have heavy units, so I'm not gonna move. I do. Ooh, mass encirclement. Out of all 3 of us, blue is the least experienced out of all of us. Purple is just annoying. One of those players I class as annoying. Yeah. I'm trying things. I notice. I mean, I get the encirclement again. You know, it depletes his units a bit. Ooh, tank. Yes. This all gets encircled because you know, it's hard to pay attention. I am tunnel vision. I have tunnel vision. Okay, so it's literally my biggest weakness. Unfortunately, you just get to see now my entire force is encircled. He could have blitzed it up here, but he didn't. Surprisingly enough, I'm happy. The one city you never want to lose is your capital, because you generate 0 income, and you will never generate any income. So I switched my production mode to actually make infantry unit, because, you know, I need the troops. Luckily, that gets encircling himself, you know. Oh, I'm so silent now. I'm so silent. I'm just waiting. like the next thing. Yeah. I am literally just waiting. Good. Blue is besieging the city at the bottom. Not good for me, at least. But now, attention is shifting. He does something stupid and he moves his infantry. It's from my thing, and now these are encircled, and that's all getting depleted. Lucky me. To the point where he doesn't have enough infantry to deal with me, because now he's focused down here, and they're beating each other up like very badly right now. To the point where they don't have the manpower to deal with me, even though I'm on like 20-ish thousand. I think right now I'm not able to heal. I'm on 6. I'm healing. Yeah, so they are just whittling each other down to significantly low numbers. So yeah, blue loses a tank and purple loses infantry. What infantry units? And a fresh tank unit, I believe, unless he saves it. I don't think he probably does save it, but the damage has already been done. To be honest. I'm just mass producing. I had one rule, not to zoom and not touch my mouse. I'm only allowed to touch the side on my mouse. So I spent all my money, so I'm not generating any income to build my forces. At this point, around at this point, they really can't waste anything on me unless they want, well, blue can't, unless he wants to, you know, lose against purple. They're both up the city. Honestly, I kind of thought blue took them all from me. No, not really. He does have like heavy garrisons against me, but you know, longer they don't attack me, the less of a chance this is going to, you know, thing. I'll be honest, there was actually a video where someone was red. I was obviously purple. I took the city and I wouldn't let it go. Blue took the city from red and all that. And then we had a solid grind down here, and I was pretty new at the game then, and the video was immensely old. So I think I had like people bullying me a bit until I literally until someone showed me the video and I looked and I commented myself saying, I was like, damn, this video is like immensely old, because the capital of blue was down here. I was like, yeah, the capital of blue was here, and as you can see, new version of this map, the capital of blue is here now. Well, on the video was there. Alright, yeah. And blue's losing stuff. They're trying to take that city back. Definitely, I know. Even though I'm on 2 cities. Oh wait, one sec. Wrong one. If we look at this, blue doesn't. He's clearly new at the game. You can tell he's new at the game. So no hate on blue. No hating on blue. He's new at the game because he doesn't really know how economy works, I believe. I don't know. I mean, I don't think he doesn't understand how the economy works, I believe. Obviously, I'm going down here because, you know, I've realised that purple is a superior player out of them too, so more of a threat to me. And plus, I just really want to take that city back because how annoyed I was. I had the manpower to hold that for a long time. Oh no, my brain, I was kind of tired at the time. So, unfortunately for me, this man has around 2 tanks. What I can see is he has 2 fresh tanks in garrison. Obviously, I don't know this one's like, I don't know they're depleted. I think they're like fully healed units or something. I press back for a bit to like pull in a tank. You know, just recover, because now I've dragged his attention and hopefully pulled up future reinforcements to thingy. So either way, they actually aren't committing that many units to this front. I mean, the majority of Blue's forces are actually up here in reserve than down here. Same with Pink. Like, they have around 60 to 70, most likely 80,000 up here, just garrisoning. He's pulling away, like, roughly 80,000 up here. And Blues, even though he has a lot of divisions, there's not that many soldiers in those divisions. So I'm coming back now with a bigger force because I pulled some over here. Blue is now committing more of his reserves. Well, it was a smart idea. He should have done it. I mean, I know he was afraid of me attacking him, but let's be honest. Those 2 cities, even if I captured it wouldn't do anything to his economy, just because he hasn't set it into his economy. The main reason why he's losing, because he only has 3 cities worth of eco. Nice, I didn't notice. I was, I felt suspicious because I was expecting him to, like, well, he should have a bigger army than that. He has a lot of money, but he shouldn't buy it. I was thinking, like, he should be able to make more units than. He should, his economy should be able to make at least 10 more. What weren't, because, he wasn't seeing. I think I do wedge that tank, and now it's getting a significant amount of damage. I am moving over more units. This becomes more of a grind. Blue, to be fair, I'll be honest. He's not a bad player. He's new. I'm assuming that he's new just because of his eco. But I don't know, he might have always been playing 1v1s where he's never needed to all figured out. He needs to connect cities because, to be honest, if you take a city from the enemy, even if you don't connect it to yourself, you're still winning. And if you lose one, then you're still losing. Kind of that thing. Stretch. If I got quiet, that's because I just went that away, stretched. He's not really using his cities though. Oh no, I'm debating, I'm pretty sure he's new. Actually no, he's new with a very high understanding of the game. Minus eco. Eco or economy, I don't know. I think eco is like environment. Yeah, whatever. His tanks are depleted now, so his tank advantage is almost gone. He's moved all his other tanks down here. So he's around 50k up here against me. Oh, to be... oh god. I'm doing it again, I'm repeating words. Well, Blue has around 80 to 90,000 up here in reserve. So yes, especially since these are tanks too. I'm pretty, if I'm starting to, God, I had so much energy and I'm just tired. If I'm correct, he's been only building tanks, what isn't a bad idea, especially since of his economy. No, there's no cod in economy. economy. However, he does lose another unit though. He's now pulling units over. He's not being as aggressive on that front though. Me on the other hand, his reserves are kind of cut short. I'm not letting him, you know, thingy. But this is giving blue a breather, and now they're both tied in troops. Even though most of them are literally even against me. Well, blues are more in reserve against me, while pinks are more just fighting me. I think he finally does give up the city because he understands he's not winning there. And blue gets a massive encirclement. EP blue dropping purple's numbers significantly. But I just absolutely, to be honest, I was expecting this unit to die faster because it had like 5 infantry units and 1 tank on it. So I was a bit annoyed with how long it took. So I do connect the city, and now look at these. I now have the same economy as blue, even though I have a small army. Now, purple is. Oh, I miss times when I had the title of champion. Just glow about it. I have a massive ego. Ego was like, yeah, I'm champion. Peasants. Oh god. Oh, peasants is such an odd word. It's kind of just a thing when you try to pretend to be posh. You just go back and say peasants. Like, peasants aren't even a thing now. There's no such thing as a peasant in this world. Maybe tribe people, but that's it. To be honest, seeing this kind of made me push back a bit, but when he went back I realised, like, oh, I just go back. So my new objective is to take this city, what will bring me back up to my solid same amount of units. Now, to put in note, I did not realise that blue had at least a solid 1/3 of his army waiting here, just for this moment. So I do, I try to free this unit. Obviously, blue tries to trap it, fails, and, you know, free. I mean, I do lose like half the unit, but what can you do? I've took the most casualties. Well, yeah, I've took like the most. I just realized, I look at the casualties. I wasn't really paying attention to casualty counts when playing the game. I normally don't record while playing games, mostly because I think to myself, the match I'm gonna have is most likely not worthy of recording. And now he's being trying to take that. Alright, doing circle, and this will drop his numbers down. And I did get my tank over there. Like, you know, I have tanks on my side are like immensely rare at this current moment of time. Like, they're non-existent. Apart from that, I'm keeping my at least 90,000. He does lose an infantry unit, it makes him back off a bit. I do try to pull these back. And because oh god. I try to take that because I'm like, oh, free. But for some weird reason, the hitbox for me feels bigger than it should have been, than it should actually be. So he just push all this back. And now he's targeting these weak units, what is annoying me. He's just pushing them. That's really irritating me. Unfortunately, I do lose that one, but what can you do? And now, purple is back in the lead in manpower. No, it'd be funny if I somehow managed to win the game with the most casualties. I feel like that's impossible. I mean, obviously it's not if you deliberately try to win a game with the most casualties, because what you do is give the person a false glimmer of hope. Well, you know. I do trap. All those units are now dead. Blue's numbers are dropping rapidly. And he also gives up the city. And I'm pretty sure because he doesn't, he wants like a kind of like a truce thing. I do buy it at first. No, I'm literally just waiting until those tanks die. No, not tanks. I said heavy infantry divisions. Large infantry divisions, whatever. Oh, I wonder. So, you know how planes and all that are a thing? I wonder, do bridges have like. I swear bridges have like less efficiency in combat versus planes. I don't know. Apparently, obviously, this is me assumptuating. I've never heard it, okay? No one said anything about it. So there's a plus icon in replays, and if you click on it, it says DLCs. Obviously, there's no DLCs in War of Dots yet. And no one's mentioned, well, at least I never heard anyone mention it about DLCs getting added, but I believe DLCs will be getting added. Now, I wonder, will this be like Hearts of Iron, where you get DLCs for more units, or different types of units, or probably not maps. Maps, come on, you can't do maps. Skins, maybe, no. What DLCs would they have? Can't be skins, because you know, there's already skins in the game, unless like, you know, I mean, I suppose you get skins. It can't be maps, because people can create whatever maps they want. It means they can just recreate a DLC map. It has to be game mechanics. Maybe what I'm hoping for is more units. Like, different type of units. Like, so I put this as a suggestion once. Mountaineers, where they do good in hills, and they have like slightly more, 25 hit points more than an infantry unit, and do slightly more attack damage than an infantry unit. But like, the price of it was expensive, where it just wouldn't be efficient. On like a map like this, it just wouldn't be efficient, but it would do more damage than a tank on hills. I'm pretty sure they're hills. I don't know what they are. I don't remember the hills being that red. So I was thinking of attacking purple, but I look at the troop count and I think to myself, well, I could easily nab these 3 cities instead of trying with the effort of pushing across a river line, what probably has dozens of reserves. Obviously they don't, but I just couldn't be bothered pushing across a river. Boats are like demo. Oh, I know. DLC ships, a naval DLC, like battleships. I mean, probably not carriers. Battleships, maybe destroyers is a smaller one. Maybe just like a singular ship type, like port cities, where these are dedicated units, but do not drain HP on sea, but they can't go onto land. You know what I mean? That's what I'm thinking. I don't know about planes, to be honest. How would you... I think you could just ruin the game if you had planes. I mean, it depends how you add them though, I don't know. There's probably a way you could add them. Something, but I do take the city, and you know, I don't need to commentate this anymore. Let's just talk about what DLCs Chad Python is going to add to this game. If my best guesses are, he's probably going to be adding a naval DLC. I doubt there may be carriers. Like, I don't know. I'm thinking it's more of just a singular ship unit. Like, the only thing's going to be in the DLC is probably battleships, maybe destroyers, a port city to make those units on. You know? So you could choose, like, well, do I want to spend upkeep and money on ships? Or do I want to spend it on more units? Oh, supposedly, if you get ships, what you could do is you could do area damage at the same time as contact damage, where you can just plop a ship there and it'll harass any infantry units or tanks while just sitting there. Supposedly, you can just camp right cities and all that. I mean, to be fair. Oh, you could use them to cap port cities because they're on like a port maybe. Or give you a reason to actually make ships instead of just have naval dominance for no reason while you're losing land warfare. No? You can just cap it. Just try this. Obviously, there's all these units are connected to a city, and it doesn't affect my economy at all. But yeah, I think probably I don't know if I'll add different types of ships, maybe submarines or something. I think my basic, what you probably will add is a battleship and a port city for a DLC. I really doubt maybe special forces as a DLC too. I don't know, I'm just making like guesses here. Because there is a thing, obviously I'll send you there is a thing where you click a plus button and it'll go to DLCs. Obviously DLC, the original DLCs. But, interesting. What else could they have? What else could be like a DLC? Maybe like, artillery, maybe? I'm doubting there'll be anything as a aircraft DLC or something. I mean, if they do, then I suppose they could, but it'd be very weird. You could have dedicated AA divisions, or we just have an area. No, because then the aircraft will still be superior. Since they could strike anywhere, AA could only be right around here. Maybe. Who knows? I don't know, I'm thinking. Maybe for the, I don't know, if they have a unit DLC, what would it be like? Will they add like a cheaper unit than the infantry unit was only 50 HP and half the damage of an infantry unit? What is sole purpose as like maybe half upkeep or something? Or maybe no upkeep at all? But the sole purpose of that unit is just to exist, like maybe as a garrison unit or cities or coastlines, or just a very cheap blanking unit. I don't know. Currently my imagination is too tired to think. And this game's about to end, so I'm too tired. Comments down below on what DLC you think Chad Python. Chad Python is Team Python, by the way. I just call him Chad Python. Just because if you click TAP at the same time on a loading screen, it turns into a Chad. Just put in the description of what DLC you think Team Python is going to add if he does have DLCs. I hope you guys enjoy.